Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Sorry. So, today I am going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto, 15th chapter, text 44 onwards. Tayorjasudha rohinyau putrayoh putra vatsale yatha kamam yatha kalam vyadatam paramahasisa. That means Mother Jasoda and Mother Rohini, acting most affectionately toward their two sons, offered all the best things to them in response to their every desire and at the various appropriate times. In the purport, disciples of Srila Prabhupada Maharaj say that the word Paramahasisa indicates the attractive blessings of a loving mother, which include wonderful food, beautiful clothes, jewelry, toys, and constant affection. The word Jatha Kamam, Jatha Kalam indicates that although Jasoda and Rohini satisfied all the desires of their sons, Krishna and Balaram, they also properly regulated the boys' activities. In other words, they prepared wonderful food for their children, but they saw to it that the boys ate at the proper time. Similarly, their children would play at the proper time and sleep at the proper time. The word Jatha Kamam doesn't indicate that the mothers indiscriminately allowed the boys to do whatever they liked, but in the proper civilized way, they showered their blessings upon their children. So Sanatana Goswami comments that the mothers loved their sons so much that as they embraced them, they would carefully check all their limbs to see if they were healthy and strong. In this way, in the next verse, that is verse 45, it is said that Gata Dhvana Samau Tatra Majjano Mardana Divi Nivim Vasitva Ruchiram Divya Srag Gandha Manditau. That means by being bathed and massaged, and the two young lords were relieved of the weariness caused by walking on the country roads. Then they were dressed in attractive robes and decorated with transcendental garlands and fragrances. The purport Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that actually Krishna and Balaram were asramu, not weary, because they are God. However, playing the part of demons, they appear tired, and thus the word sramo is used. After entering their houses, Krishna and Balaram were relieved of their apparent tiredness from walking on the road, but by bathing and dressing in attractive robes, nibim. So, Sanatana Goswami says, the mother's services are described in two verses. The two boys were tired from wandering in the forest and roads to the house or cow sheds. One person has Gata Dvana Sramau, that is poetic license. The mothers scrubbed the boys and massaged them. And the word Adi indicates dressing the hair and wiping their wet bodies because of confusion arising from the affection they didn't do the services in proper time or proper order, or since in the previous verse Jatha Kalam indicates the proper order, this verse doesn't list activities according to order. Ointments are not mentioned since these should obstruct the beauty of their body and previously they didn't apply it. Then the ornaments are not mentioned since they didn't wither, and the ornaments didn't have to be changed, or mention of garlands and fragrance indicates these other items. In this way, I would like to speak the next verse, that is verse 46. जननी उपहृतं प्रास्य श्राद्य अन्नम उपलालितो संविश्य वर सभ्यायां सज्जायां सुखम सुसुपतो ब्रजे. That means after dining sumptuously on the delicious food given them by their mothers and being pampered in various ways, the two brothers lay down upon their excellent beds and happily went to sleep in the village of Braja. So, Sripad Sanatana Goswami in Vaishnava Darshan says, they ate the food served by both mothers, eating bit by bit, rasya. Or they ate sumptuously because it was brought by their mothers and very tasty. And they were pampered, upaladitam, means with a betel nut, kissing, etc. They were made to lie down on attractive beds. As a pastime, they napped for a short time, made happy by songs, talks, jokes, food messes, chamara, and offerings of betel prepared by the gopis. The details are given in the second part of Bhagavatamrita. This place was in Braja. Among the cows, private and intimate, the service was not done in palace crowded with people by male and female servants subject to fixed rules. Or they performed these pastimes in Braja as always. The boys had a huge palace since excellent beds are mentioned. Otherwise, their parents would not be happy. They slept as a pastime, except for the pastime in Talavana. The pastime of other days followed the pattern of the first day of herding the cows. Sukadev didn't speak more details because he was worried about the time left for relating the other necessary topics to Parikshit, the hearer, since he had little more time remaining to live. Thus he describes in detail the pastimes of coming to Braja in the evening, but not leaving Braja in the morning for the forest. Also in the morning, all the inhabitants, including Jasoda, had the greatest sorrows of separation with lamentation. Those who desire the details of departure in the morning can consult Bhagavatamrita. The Sanatana Goswami has written this Brihad Bhagavatamrita. So 47 to 52, these 6 verses describe Krishna saves the cowherd boys from the effects of poisoned water. That means in the next chapter, chapter 16, this Kaliya Dalan Lila will be described. Because prior to that, a little glimpse is given here. So in verse 47 it is said, Evang sa Bhagavan Krishna Vrindavana Chara Kochit Jajo Ramam Rite Rajan Kalindim Sakhivir Vrita. That means, O King, the Supreme Lord Krishna thus wandered about the Vrindavan area performing his pastimes. Once, surrounded by his boyfriends, he went without Balaram to the Jamuna river. As you have heard, in the 5th year also, while the Lord was killing this Aghasura, that time also Balaram was not there. And this time also Balaram is not there. So, in purport Srila Vishwanath Thakur says, after finishing the description of Gopastami pastimes in Kartika, the pastimes in summer are told. Balaram was not present because Rohini kept him home to take a Shanti bath on his birthday. So, Srila Sanatana Goswami has given a long purport. Having described human pastimes hiding Krishna's powers, and having described him manifesting powers and killing Dhanuka in the Tala forest, Sukadeva begins to narrate the story of Kaliya. As a pastime of the Pauganda period, when the boys imitated bees and other creatures, he, who was the life of the people of Braja, full of his powers, Bhagavan, revealing them also, he who attracts the minds of the whole world went to Jamuna. In this way, Sanatana Goswami has given a long purport. So I'd like to stop here with a request to subscribe, share, and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.